Welcome back, guys, to the Life is Weird podcast. We are back and in the flesh. I have Justin, my brother.
I am never in the flesh. I'm in the spirit. Ladies and
We
gentlemen.
are in the spirit. We're in the spirit. And I have one of my oldest friends. We go way back. Introduce yourself.
How we doing, guys? Sure, if you know these two, you definitely know who I am. My name's Jonah, though.
Word.
And yeah, like Jack said, we've all been through a lot, and we've been friends for a very long time.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many years. We thinking a decade? I know I've been friends with him for at least a decade. I want to say with you for close to a decade as well.
So it was like, I remember you two were close, right? And
obviously we went to St. Pius.
yeah, and when we went to Shaker, right? I think we were cool 8th grade.
So yeah, sorry
We
to
used to
interrupt
sit
you.
at lunch with each other.
Definitely, yeah, and that was like quick when I first got there. I remember.
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
That was 8th grade.
It was 8th grade. I was gonna say I thought it would have been 7th, but not. You're right.
And 9th grade is when we really y'all started coming over to the crib.
Yep.
To the civilized establishment.
So I'm trying to think if we were in 8th grade, you guys might have been 14. I probably would have been 13 then, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So now about to be 21. Everybody's about that age, so it's been at least close to a
man
decade.
is turning
Coming up on a
21.
decade.
It's amazing.
This man is turning 21 on Wednesday, so.
And I just, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Happy
guys.
birthday,
I
yo.
appreciate it.
This episode will come out on your birthday. Wait, you said Wednesday?
Yeah. Next. So
Next
basically.
Wednesday.
Yep.
It'll come out.
On your
We can do
birthday.
that.
Yeah.
That sounds
So
good.
happy birthday, Jonah. Everyone, go wish this man a
Gift
happy
for
birthday.
y'all. Gift for
And
you guys.
I just want to say, like, the growth that I've seen in you, like, we don't talk all the time, but like from a distance, like I see you're putting in work. Like you transformed as a human being. Like you used to be a chubby little kid.
Yep.
And now you're on pace to become a bodybuilder.
Yep.
Like you're huge, bro. Like
Well, so realistically, I technically already am a bodybuilder.
Word.
But I haven't gotten on stage yet and all that stuff. But I do all the things to consider myself one, being like diet, workout, obviously workout, but pose specifically, because like if you just work out and diet, I guess you're not. It depends. There's a lot of niches.
You're covering all the bases.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing all the right things to set me up, like Jack said, to in the future. Like really cement myself as like a bodybuilder, I guess.
Do you feel like that when you go on stage that will solidify? Because to be quite honest, I love that you said that you are. Because you have to be in order to do, in order to have it. And I feel like you have everything that's shaping up to you being a bodybuilder, which I believe that you are.
Yeah, I definitely would call myself one because obviously you have to do the things that I just listed, but also the way you do them. So the diet is a bodybuilder diet. It's not like a keto diet or whatever those diets. It's basically just counting your calories and pointing them in the direction you're looking to go, whether that be like to lose weight, gain weight, or lose fat or gain fat, because not necessarily weight. But yeah, even down to the training, especially. The training is very bodybuilder-esque. It's not powerlifty. I really rarely touch free weights. He knows I will never get on that bench. I do not like that barbell, and that's just my thing because
everyone has their little something that they fall in love with.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Having fun is a big thing. It's proven in there's a lot of studies that say if you're enjoying your workout, you're gonna produce and just be a lot better. Like you're gonna do the workout better.
Enjoying the process.
For sure.
Isn't that crazy? Like the power of the belief that like it sets you in. And even like where you started, like let's just even dive into that.
Yeah, that's the question I wanted to ask you. Like, oh, hold on, like, yo, what made you want to start doing this? Like, how did you know that this is what you wanted to do? Because you, like I said, you came from like, I'm not gonna say the bottom, but you were not in shape at all.
No,
like,
for sure.
You know.
I mean, you said chubby, so they know. I definitely wasn't no big. I was not huge or anything, but I skinny fat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The kind of the worst of both, undersized and that bit of chub that doesn't really add a great look. But yeah, so it's kind of, I guess that would be the reason. And as you guys know, like my first love was basketball, and I definitely, like to this day, that's still a big passion of mine. But I guess I just didn't like specifically connect with it in the way that I did here as of just what you can get out of it and like put in effort and you get the rewards kind of thing. As far as basketball, like I was very willy-nilly. Like you guys both were training from young ages. And not to say it was my parents' issue, but they weren't big on sports. They didn't push me. As far as I feel like you guys maybe had a little bit more help in that department. I didn't really do
him putting the work necessary.
Yeah, not necessarily. I would be doing it every single day, but having fun with it. Not out there dribbling, form shooting. No, I was putting up lays. Like
100%.
Just having fun with it.
Yeah, word.
But yeah, so I guess with this versus that is,
I think you're taking it a lot more serious. Like you fell in love with it.
Exactly.
You know, it's like your passion.
And like you said, so not only was I that skinny fat kid, I'm just undersized in general. I'm not the tallest person. So I guess in my mind, it's like, why not like bring up what you can. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and complain about my height or about my bodybuilding genetics.
God made you perfect exactly the way you are.
Exactly. He gave you the blueprint. Now you just gotta put it together.
Amen.
That's all it is.
Word.
But yeah, I guess specifically that the lifting part, I just enjoyed being able to put in work and see the results.
And your results were quick.
Yes, and see, that's the thing. I don't want people to think you're going to see them in a week or a month. You will see the results on yourself because you know what you look like best, but you're still not going to be happy with them. And that's very like, I don't know the word I want to use. It's a very apparent in the bodybuilding workout space is body dysmorphia in general. And
why do you think that is? Why do you think people like have
they
body
compare
dysmorphia?
themselves to other people? They
and
see
that,
people on
and
social
that goes
media.
and that goes back to what
we literally were talking about this with Cam.
It goes back to like worship. Like what are you worshiping? Where are your eyes? You see what I'm saying? Are your eyes focused on being the best version of yourself, or your eyes focused on
the
validation from others?
Exactly.
Or looking a certain way. And I love how you're saying it. It's just more of a passion.
And it's my highlight of my day every single day. I
Amen
look
to
forward
that.
to it every single day. I enjoy every step of it. When it's done, I look back on it and like that.
You express yourself through
that for sure. Definitely,
100%.
most definitely that.
And that's amazing to see that you found your way. You know, like you found what you love to do and keep going, bro.
And
I appreciate it.
This new age, Jonah, we live in an era where it's like we get things so quickly. We have so much information at our fingertips. How did you really elevate yourself to understand that? Like to love the journey, but not attach yourself to an outcome.
An outcome, for sure. And I think it's like you said, what you were almost going to say is it's delayed gratification. That's really what it is. And you can't just sit there, work out once a week, eat like crap, and like expect to have these things. And it's like, I guess it was easy for me because like I said, I did the basketball stuff all the time, spent so much time doing it, but I was never necessarily the best one at it. You know what I mean? And maybe somebody that even only spent half the time doing it was better than me. And that's a thing where I feel like with working out and bodybuilding in general, it's very easy to...
You put in...
You get out.
Exactly.
I know, because I
no
track
factor.
the calories down to the exact calorie, the best estimate possible. I do the workouts. Like, I know that I'm doing everything to grow and to continue in my journey. So there's no real way that it won't happen. You know what I mean?
That's noble.
And
I feel like that's a noble pursuit that everyone should find that love and really connect with themselves, because that's the thing. Like, even in bodybuilding, like you're saying, what you're seeing is your progress, and you're not attaching that to anything but what you put into it, because that is what you really see is yourself elevating, and that's what matters to you. Like even you were saying, you're chasing your high. You're not even chasing your highest excitement. You're living in it daily.
Yes.
And you touched on a very important point, like discipline. Like you get out what you put into it. Like if you're not doing what you need to do, like you said, if you're not working out, if you work out once a week, or like you're not as consistent.
And that's
with
not
the
to say
calories.
that you can't still get a good gains with even one workout a week. Honestly, the more important thing would be the diet, but even 2 workouts a week, 3, 4, whatever it may be.
I say it like this, like for me, the lifting part was no problem.
It's the easy part. It's the fun part.
Like for me, like, in order for me to gain weight, I gotta track my calories.
You do.
And I don't like, I'm beyond, I don't like eating till I feel like I'm finna throw up.
Yes, and that's the thing with tracking is it also puts it in your head as like you're thinking about the numbers, not necessarily the food, which is a bit different for most people. They don't really do this typically. And a lot of diets don't really even involve tracking calories. They might just be a keto diet or a carnivore diet or whatever it may be, which is helpful, and you don't necessarily need to track.
But like if you're not reaching a certain number of calories, like for me, I won't gain weight.
Exactly, and the only way to be sure is, like he said, to track. And tracking will...
It takes discipline. It takes like...
It's not fun. Like,
it's
sacrifice. Sitting there on the
sacrifice.
Calculator typing stuff out, like, it's definitely not fun.
It's sacrifice. It's
Jonah
like...
will sit down before he's going to eat something, and I will literally see him pull out his phone and type in his calculator the total amount of calories that he's eating throughout the day.
When I was in college,
that's
like,
dedication.
When I was in college, right? Like that's when I really started lifting heavy, right? And I found these group of guys that were like heavy on the gym, and they were like, "Yo, you gotta track your calories, bro.
Yeah.
If you ain't tracking your shit, you're not gonna get where you need to go, right?" And so, like, I was
Pushing it on you.
I was like, nah, bro, it's not that serious. But then they kept getting it into my ear, and I had a goal. I wanted to reach 160 pounds. Like, I naturally walk around at 150. When I first got to college, it was like 145. Mm-hmm. By my last semester, I only went to college for 2 years. By my last semester, I was 165.
So you surpassed your goal, did even more than you wanted.
Because I tracked my calories.
Yep.
And I was disciplined.
Yo, can I piggyback off that? So, guys, I know, like, the first ever podcast on this channel was with me, and I didn't really touch on this, but, my freshman year of school, like, I was in very good shape coming into it, but a lot of things had happened, and I'm not going to sit here, make excuses, but I really got into a hole. Like, I was very out of shape, and Jonah can attest to this. I've been working out forever, and I really didn't know the first step to take, and when I came home, I just had a friend that he didn't make any excuses. He didn't assign blame. He didn't do any of that. He simply took effective action and got sweat equity. Like, he put it in, and he knew where he was going.
I like that term, sweat equity.
Yeah, sweat equity.
That's a good term.
Equity.
And that's the thing.
I like that.
And you know what's crazy about it is that I came home, right? Like Jack, we could talk numbers, but it's really not about the number. It's really how you feel. Like, you could be, and this is another thing
That's
I
a
want to
fact.
talk.
It really is how you feel.
You could be fit, but you can have the unfit mindset. And there's no way that you're going to progress. If Jonah's talking about having the mental, but having the physical too. Like, understanding where you're deliberately going and then having your actions mirror that. But anyway, I'm going to get back to what I was saying. I came home. I was fighting against myself. Like, my mind was not still waters. Like, nothing was calm.
I think in essence, discipline is fighting against yourself. It's like, yo, being comfortable, but getting outside of that.
Yo, I really don't think it's a fight, though. Because I don't like thinking about things as a fight or a battle. I think of it like a game. So, because I get enjoyment out of it.
I was going to say it's enjoyable. You appreciate the process.
Exactly. And so, moral of the story here, I came back home and I saw a friend that really changed, transformed, became something. And he saw me. He seen me at my peak. And yo, he just sat there and he just told me, he was like, yo, bro, like, dude, you can do anything you set your mind to. You just got to decide when you're willing to do it. And Jonah's whole thing with me was, yo, it's got to be 100-100. It can't be 50-50. He's like, bro, it is your diet. It is not the training. It is your diet. And if you're not willing to devote yourself 100% to both, you're not going to get anything. And I will pull up hopefully, like, we'll be able to like pull up a picture
Yeah,
of what I
I'll
look
Get a
like.
before and after.
And of
all
Jonah
three of
too.
us.
I'll
All three of us.
Like,
I'll definitely
it's
put
unreal.
up before and after pictures of all of us for sure. Like, 'cause
Yeah,
we
I
all
even
transform.
remember that one time the three of us got that lift at Planet Fitness. This was like 2 years ago now, so this
Yes.
is soon into my journey.
That was
we can
when you
we can
first
show them that.
began.
We can show them that picture too, because I was definitely getting there, but you can see the difference even from now to then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to go around and ask both of y'all, and I'll give my answer too. What is your definition of discipline?
So, I wanted to touch on this too. Before that, just real quick, discipline is not answering your question, but it's not necessarily the discipline, or it is the discipline. It's not the enjoyment every day, because not everybody is gonna love, like, I went to hit legs today. It's not the most enjoyable thing in the world, but I want my legs to grow, and I might not enjoy legs versus chest, but I still enjoy legs versus not training at all. And so there's the enjoyment factor, of course, and what you'll get out of it, of course. But discipline is the only thing that will keep you true. It'll keep you coming on that leg day, even though you don't want to get under that weight and squat. You don't want to do the hard nitty gritty. You just know that you'll only be better because of it. And once you finish that task, especially when you didn't want to do it, and maybe you almost didn't, maybe you almost didn't go to the gym that day, but you did, and you really put in your best effort, and you're sweating, and you're walking out that gym.
You feel so much better.
So good, euphoric.
It's
that's
like,
that's
yo,
the word I use to describe working out in general, is euphoric.
sometimes, like,
Childlike joy.
I'll feel like literal dog shit. I walk into the gym not wanting to go at all, and after the workout, I feel like a completely changed man.
I feel like a
You
champion. You know what? And honestly, my definition of discipline is something I've brainwashed myself to understand what I need to do to be successful. And it's consistency.
Consistency.
Discipline for me is consistency, because you could
do it once, but can you do it every day?
Can you
over a span of a year, 2 years,
Amen,
5
bro.
years?
Quite literally.
It's funny because I have a perfect example for this. People ask me, like, about the food that I eat, and one thing that I always say, I've had a chicken breast for the last 1,000 days without missing one. I won't say that I'm 100% certain on that, but if I did miss a day, it hasn't been more than 10 days in the last 1,000 days, because I have been working out for coming to 4 years now, and chicken breast was the first thing I implemented.
Locked in,
bro,
for real.
chicken breast is super OP. The macronutrients on the chicken breast,
them chicken
unbeatable,
breast, son,
bro.
Yo, I gotta lock in with that shit,
Bro, chicken breast, bro. It's very helpful. Super low calorie, very high protein. That's what you want most of the time. Yeah.
Word, but
Yo.
I guess I'd say my definition of discipline is, like, I think Mike Tyson said it. He was like doing the things that you hate, but doing it like you love it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
That ties beautifully
And
into each
and it's
other.
like, yo, there's gonna be a day where you don't want to do something, but are you gonna give in to that? And if you do, then you're not disciplined. Discipline is forcing yourself, willing yourself to do the things that you know that you need to do, but you don't necessarily want to do. It goes back to comfortability versus contentness. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could be comfortable,
And it's
but
also,
not content.
Yes, and you might not want to do it in that moment, which is the worst thing, because then it's like maybe an hour later you're like, oh, I would go to the gym now, and it's like you have to decide, like, then and there. You can't push it on later, because later you're less likely, or this, that, the third. You may not even be able to. You may have missed your time. You might only have so much time in the day. And I remember I had this
have
conversation.
so much time in your life.
Life too. I had this conversation with somebody, and they were telling me because of their work schedule that they weren't able to work out. And I
Bullshit.
I'm very I'm a reasonable guy. So
Bro, you guys are putting a lot of people on me.
if you're telling me that you can't work out because you work 8 hours a day, that's a lie. Like Jack said, it's a lie.
Dog.
If you tell me,
let me tell you something about me.
yeah, you do the same exactly.
I do construction. Okay? Construction is hard labor. Okay? You come home, you do not want to get off the couch. You know what the biggest thing for me was? Packing a bag and going straight to the gym after work.
Yeah, having it ready, you got maybe even, like, I don't know, maybe do something where if you don't work out, it's gonna hinder you elsewhere besides the not working out part. Like, if you don't work out, like, you don't get to do something that you like to do that night. You don't get to play video games that night. You don't get to do whatever, like.
And I'll speak to my journey this year. It was like, okay, my journey this year with like lifting, it was inconsistent. Like, there'd be days where I would come home and not want to go. And this whole year up to like the last 2 months, like I felt like I was stagnant. You see what I'm saying? Because I wasn't consistent. I wasn't disciplined. But once I made the decision to where like I'm gonna go straight, dog, it's like I'm
elevating every single day,
exceeding.
It's a way to get a win.
I could
another win other than like you could be having. You win going to work. You win going to work out. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's a lot of other wins. We're winning right now making this podcast. Like, you're doing things that are good and you're taking
your life
good
is
actions.
a win. You want to talk about how to seize the moment, how to be the best you? Jonah's spitting straight facts right now. Take the steps where you're making little wins, because when you look back on it, you're going to realize that you are a champion. You are somebody that stacks the blocks, and then when you realize you have the palace of the kingdom of your desired reality before you even know it. And then you get to actually smile and look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of what you've become.
And
that's amazing.
And the thing about discipline is once you build that consistency,
it's habitual.
You fall in love with it, bro. You like if you don't do it, you don't feel the same. You see what I'm saying? It's like it becomes ingrained in your nature.
My rest day is Sunday, and I don't dislike Sundays. I know I need the rest day, otherwise I won't get the gains I want. But it's really upsetting not to go to the gym on that Sunday.
You could do a little something. You could
bro's gonna start doing forearm curls and like a little like some calves.
Like you said, I would still do something. I would end up posing, because that's something you can get better at, and you don't necessarily need to work out to do that. And
wait, I don't mean to cut you off, but for like the people that like might not understand, like posing is not like traditionally an element of
working out.
Yeah, of working out. So could you just like go in depth on like, your journey with that and that specifically?
So posing specifically, I would say it's a very enjoyable thing for me. It's a very fun thing to do, and I definitely would say that, like Justin said, it's not just with like, you don't have to pose if you work out, but bodybuilding specifically, posing is a very large part of it. And I actually see a lot of creators that talk about this, where it's like these dudes that they have been bodybuilding, working out, doing all the right things for these years, they get on stage and they can't present their physiques in the right way. And it's like, okay, now you might lose. You might lose to somebody that's a lot less developed than you, simply because of the way you're showing off what, like, your physique simply. And even if most of these people that do bodybuilding, myself as of right now, it's an enjoyment thing. I'm not doing it for a career yet. I would love to make it one, but as of right now, I'm not getting any money from it. But the best thing I could say is, like, when I get on stage, I want to know that I at least showed what I had to the best potential, and am able to walk away from that day with some cool pictures. I could show my kids and tell them the time, hey, this is the first time I got on stage. This is when I started my process. And then I can continue to show them the improvement every single year. And it's like I said, working out in general is very euphoric for me, like doing actual training, but the posing specifically as well, it's very, I see it as artistic, and I know people that, even people at the gym that I go to, think of it as self-seeking, whatever it may be, and it's depending how you go about it. But as far as myself, when I do this, I try to set up in the same spot every day. I set up a tripod in the way of how the judges would see me. So my tripod's a little bit down, so I know that I am, instead of putting my shot directly in the air, I'm almost hunching over a bit to aim at the judges. I'm training myself.
The details matter.
The tiny details. And when it comes to posing, it is, you're building every day. And I have days where it's like, okay, last week I posed my back a little bit better. This week I didn't do it as well. But you notice things and you just continue to build on them. Adjust, because posing there's tiny changes that can make huge improvements. And it's like, It's very important. If you want to get on stage, I would highly recommend at least learning to pose, doing it yourself. If not, a lot of people do pay for posing coaches specifically aside from their diet coach, or obviously you can get a coach that will do both for you. So, and that's the space that I eventually want to get into. And I wish I could tell you guys right now, hey, go on my Instagram. You can see I got the plan set up. You can sign up for coaching. I'm not there currently, but I will be very shortly, and I'll be very happy to share that with you guys when I am.
Keep working. Keep working. For sure. And I just I want to touch on
that was beautiful.
I want to touch on one thing you said, like every single detail matters, and that goes through all facets of life. Like I learned that through my job. Like I do construction. Down to the nearest 16th of an inch.
That's a perfect comparison.
If you're off by an eighth of an inch, that can mess up your entire layout, because down the line you're gonna be like an inch out. You see what I'm saying?
It makes perfect sense, Jack. 'Cause especially like I could even bring it to, so he's talking about the house where if you set it off that little bit, and I'm talking about when I show you that pose, maybe I'm turned a little bit far this way and I'm just shrinking myself. If I turn out a little bit more, pull something, like whatever it may be, whatever pose it is, whatever adjustment you're making, it can change things very drastically. And
the details are so important.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I just had a huge epiphany, and I just gotta get some on my chest right now. This is why I love the Life is Weird podcast. Because individuals that you walk across every day, you wouldn't understand their story. And you wouldn't know where they've been and where they're going, and the kind of visions and dreams that you might share is right with the person that you walk by every day. So not only is this so beautiful that I'm not gonna lie, to see one of my closest friends, one of my best friends of like ever, I would die for this man. I would do anything for this man to the right of me. And for him to have this goal and vision and aspiration with
Locked
purpose and intention and being able to light a fire in me and my goals and my aspirations, like it's just to go to show that in this world there's small success
and it's
and
like
everyone's a success. Everyone is literally standing on an acre of diamonds. They don't even know they're the diamond in the rough.
And I could ask you this, but I could promise you, like, if you go talk to yourself 4 years ago, like 5 years ago, like, bro, no one could have expected that you would go on this trajectory.
What is going on?
Like, yo, it's like, it's a beautiful thing to see. Like, it's absolutely fascinating to see the growth. Like, it's just amazing.
I'm gonna ask you something. I'm sorry. I knew you wanted me to say something.
Nah, he just reminded me of something that.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to branch off from what you were saying as the transformation in general and what discipline can bring you in life. And so not obviously, but so you guys know I learned discipline through working out and bodybuilding. Before I started working out, I didn't have a job. I was getting to be about, I was 17, not 18 yet, but a lot of kids, they have jobs by then. And I think
never worked up until that point?
I had not. And once I got into lifting, about 2-3 months of lifting, doing it the right way, I just jumped off my feet and I was like, all right, I got to go get some money. I mean, I'm working at Mr. Sub right now. It's definitely not a flex, but I do it with integrity, and I go in every day and I do me, same way I do with the workout. You know what I mean? Like, it teaches you, like, you can learn discipline from the gym and then apply it elsewhere in your life. And I think without the gym, I mean, I would probably have gotten a job, but I wouldn't have known the importance of, like,
the grind,
not calling out, even though it's Mr. Sub. Like, what does that really matter for my life?
Push through.
It's just get what you got to get done.
Perseverance.
Show up is half the battle. And
and there's days you want to give up,
but you don't stop. And I love what Jonah's saying, and that's what working out has instilled in me. And working out meant the world to me. Like, I didn't have it all figured out. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of facets of my life, I was undisciplined. But this is a call to everyone. If you are disciplined in a facet of your life, there is no excuse. Stop making excuses. Stop rationalizing in your head this
The excuse
narrative,
of,
this
I have a
false
9-to-5 job, I can't
Bro,
work out.
no.
Come on.
That's not an excuse to chase your dreams and be the person that you know you are. Like, never fall short of knowing your excellence because that's you. That's on you.
I want to ask you, has there been any, like, detours in your journey? Like, has there been times you wanted to give up, any hardship that you went through along the way? And I just would like you to expand on that.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great question, especially for me. So I would definitely say I'm very knowledgeable in different aspects of working out, but I still find myself second-guessing myself, having analysis paralysis, making sure that I'm doing everything to the perfect extent, which will never happen. You can never be perfect. But, what did you ask me? I'm sorry.
Hardship, like any detours that you went through along the way.
So yeah, obviously a lot, like sometimes, like I'll load up some weight and I will get it up for 2-3 reps and it's like, that wasn't a good set. I ego lifted that day. I decided to jump weight that I shouldn't have and I look bad at it. I look back at it in a bad way. I try and take back and what I could do. But if you're asking me honestly, I never shied away from working out. I never thought to stop because I did enjoy it from the beginning. Once I understood it enough to do it and then built upon that, I just enjoyed it more and more. But there was actually 2 injuries that I went through. So about a year into lifting, I'm trying to recall actually. Yes, so a year, not a year, about maybe 6 months into lifting, I dislocated my knee.
Oof.
No, I did not. I'm sorry, guys. That happened before I even started lifting. I'm messing things up. So I messed up my foot. I had broke my foot.
Oof.
And I actually also like sprained my ankle too. Like it was just bad injury.
Your shit was fucked up.
Yeah, I couldn't walk, man. I had to I got in a boot, and for that week that I was in that boot and quite literally not able to go to the gym, like it would not have been possible. It was like I will say, I don't want to say the hardest, but a very tough time in my life because I had just fallen in love with this and now it's like, oh, I got something blocking me, something stopping me, and it's like I don't know what I can do. Yeah, and I did, and that's when I knew. That's when I knew when it was taken away from me. I was shown how much I really enjoyed it, and that's what I did.
You never know if you love something if you don't let it go.
The first day I could. I was back in the gym on the boot.
That's a bar.
It's 6 days later.
Say that again. Say that what you just said again.
You'll never know if you truly love something if you don't let it go.
That's amazing.
They say, it's a little what's the word? Cliche almost, but it's most of the cliches are very truthful. They have truth to them.
You know what I can argue, but I wouldn't argue about it. I just simply say it. Is that cliches are the most powerful things in this world.
They're cliches for a reason.
They're literally cemented.
That is true.
They're literally cemented in your brain because for some reason it resonated with you on a deeper level. But let me ask you this. So you work out, but you vape.
I do. So I could say that I could say that would be my one vice, I guess. And honestly, I'll delve it even further. I was, even while working out, last year and the year before was drinking, going out, doing all that stuff. Obviously vaping then too.
Funny business.
Yeah, just stuff that's not getting me where I want to be. It's only holding me back. Even while I'm doing the things like working out and dieting right. I used to go to the bar and I would count the drinks in my calories. I would still.
No, he did.
I genuinely would.
Making this up.
I would bring some cantaloupe over to my friend's house for when we're done drinking and when I'm starving, so I wouldn't eat something bad. I could eat something low calorie like fruit that would be filling and just good for the body after basically breaking down the body.
Word.
But yes, this is definitely my vice in life and the one thing I'm trying to break away from right now. And it's just really sad because it's a habitual thing and I am addicted to it. And
hold on, you're addicted to it
because
you believe you're addicted to it. You just said I am addicted to it. That is reinforcing a belief that you are addicted to it. If you tell yourself every day that I am not addicted to this,
I bet you
this has no power over me.
You guys are really good
Through
friends.
God,
For that.
I have strength to let this go. I promise you.
It's an extremely fair view on it, and I definitely agree, and I definitely don't think this is good, and I definitely don't recommend it for anybody. I'm not trying to cop out. I am telling you guys it's not good. It's bad. I agree with everything you're saying, but at a factual standpoint, it is nicotine and it is addictive. I'm not trying to use that as a cop out or anything. And I agree. I appreciate your guys' perspective saying it like that, because that's the only right way to think about it to break out of it. Like if I continue to think about it, I know that's how I said it, but I guess that's not necessarily how I think about it. Like, I don't wake up saying I'm addicted, so I'm stuck in it. I know that's not what I said, and that's probably not what you were saying that I said, but I definitely don't sit there like I'm addicted for life, I'm done. You know what I mean? I can't get off it if I want. I'm well aware that I could, and I look to very soon.
Jack, have you ever vaped in your life?
I've never touched nicotine in my life.
Jack is an anomaly.
But you have, and you quit. So what was that like for you?
Okay, I didn't want this to kind of like veer the conversation, but yes, I did at a time vape, and
it's the cool thing to do. As our minds were so easily warped as children.
These
motherfuckers, cool.
These people were such bad influence. They tried it. They were like,
Jack,
hit the Nick. Jack, hit the Nick. I said no. I held strong.
He did.
No, I was not touching it.
We admire him so much for it, like now, but it all happened when I went to college. I knew that things needed to change because I was meeting change. When you're faced with change, like
it's time to change.
You know what I'm saying? The gun's loaded and it's aiming at you, and it's like, yo,
it's time to evolve. It's time to evolve.
You're gonna get shot, bro.
Yeah, so
you're gonna get shot.
Yeah, so for me, I really I was able to discern, and I was able to acknowledge and deeply understand what steps needed to be taken for me to be the best version of myself. And I knew where I was going, and I knew that if I wanted to lead a life that I had never led before, I had to do things that I have never done before. So I had to give up the vape.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I still didn't do bad habits, because like Jonah said, like that comes into your life, like temptation, that comes into your life. And
the devil is a sweet little liar.
Hey, bro, but that's the thing. I know I've said this before, but this is like my mantra. I don't tell God about my mountains. I tell my mountains about my God. I let every single insecurity, fear, guilt, shame that I may carry, and I just let it be known that I have the will. I have the power. I have the determination, and it was all given to me the day that I was created. Because the fact that I'm even here, the fact that I'm even the person that I am, I'm a new creation, and it was all made possible through God. He enlightened my life. He enriched my life. And that perseverance is made accessible through him. I truly believe that.
So you, I don't know how to describe it, but you will say you literally tell your mountains, I'm going to conquer you because I have God with me. You don't tell God, hey, I'm going to try my best to get up this mountain. Can you help me through it? No. You tell the mountain, I'm going to climb you because I have God with me. And it's just going to happen. That's what it is.
That is truly the only way, is to surrender yourself to God and let him
work.
Let him let him live inside you.
Your life,
and see the transformation. You see what I'm saying? Like
your life's work is because God made it available through the visions that he implanted in your head.
There was a time in my life where I thought I was trapped in a cycle, and he helped me a lot with that, but also it was God. He literally transformed my life.
And God speaks through people. Like, I see God in Jonah, I see God in Jack, and I see God in myself, and I see God in all you people that share lovely comments and beautiful things with the videos. I see God in you guys because anything that isn't love is a lie was taught for me by one of my good friends and my mentor who's helped me a lot, Danny. And it really, for me, love and faith bring forth your power. And if you speak in faith and love, I feel like God is the guiding force behind that. So when you share love in the videos, guys, and you guys are really genuine towards me and Jack and Jonah, when you see him and you are kind, like that's God. That's God being expressed through you.
And
so,
I want to challenge you, Jonah. And you're a very disciplined man, and you have grown so much. And I challenge you to stop that.
And I appreciate that, and I seriously do. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do it tomorrow or whatever. I look to do it, and I genuinely, it's on my mind. It definitely is. And it's something that you guys will see will go very soon. Very soon.
Word.
And,
I love that. Jonah, if a person wanted to get...
Oh, real quick, guys. I just want to tell you, though, if you vape, that doesn't mean you shouldn't go to the gym. And obviously, the vaping is very counterintuitive to the gym. And after hearing everything I said, and then maybe hearing them talk about the vape and how I vape, it might almost take away from what I said, but it really shouldn't, because if you look at life that way, you're never going to get these wins. If you say, oh, I vape, I just shouldn't even go to the gym, like, it's just silly, like, I'm already, like, a vapor, a smoker, chronic, whatever, like, I shouldn't go to the gym. It's, no, like, you have to. I would never have quit vaping if I didn't go to the gym, but now it's a constant thing in the back of my mind. It's like, I do all this good stuff, and it's like, I have one obvious vice in my life that I could subtract, which is very good to just know that it's possible, and it'll only go along with what I'm looking for, of course.
I love that.
I just don't want anybody to be discouraged and think that you have to jump in the deep end and instantly start training like a bodybuilder, eating your diet, get on a absurd bulk, drop the vape, I would recommend you drop the vape, you drop the drink, whatever it may be for you.
I'll say it like this. Whether it be quitting the vape or going to the gym every day, it's going to take sacrifice.
For sure.
You're going to have to sacrifice something. Sacrifice what your body, like for the nicotine, for example, you're going to have to sacrifice what your body wants in that moment. And to the gym, you're going to have to sacrifice your comfortability. Oh, I'm tired at the end of the day. No, you're going to have to sacrifice that.
It's funny to see, because those things are probably the two most prevalent habits in my life, vaping and going to the gym. And it shows you how habits can be good and habits can be bad. And just being in a habitual way of thinking and living can be helpful and can be hurtful.
And how do you break bad habits and build good habits?
You just got to sit there and accept that this is not good for you, and you have to take the action steps, like Justin always says. You just have to just sit with it and think about how this could possibly hurt you. This could hurt people that care about you, and what you could make of it if you stop.
Awareness is the first step of transmutation. I love what Jonah said. And like basically what I'm saying is a long-winded way of what he said. When you're aware of the problem, you can rise above it. That's all that transcend means. It means to go above. And I'll say one more thing. Jack loves when I talk about alchemy. Turning lead into gold, right? Negative into positive. But I'll say this. Consistency is alchemy. If you are consistently, deliberately doing something...
You could either turn a positive to a negative.
Exactly.
Or a negative to a positive.
Exactly. Boom. And that takes...
Habits really do shape your everyday life. Like,
patterns are key and present in all things in your life. And that's what we're
very habitual creatures.
Yeah, we are. And we're creatures of habit. But here's the thing. Your habits should serve you, not control you. There's a difference. Big facts.
What was the question you were trying to ask me when I went back into that?
Oh, yeah. My first question was going to, this is, genuinely, a base level thing. And this is for you guys out there. What's the first step you should take to a healthy lifestyle? First step.
And I'll add to that, For
Like, what's the first step?
for someone just starting to lift that
Yeah,
doesn't
like,
really know what to do, like they're kind of scared to go to the gym. It can be intimidating. What would you say to them, and how would you tell them to start?
Yeah, what's the first
So
step?
first of all, I would say a lot of this stuff is a lot more prevalent online now. You can find this stuff online. Like it's not very
The
difficult to
age of
figure out.
information.
Yep, it's not difficult to figure out what you have to do. But like I said before, the training is the fun part, and it's actually proven like yes, there are slight differences and slight benefits from this training to this training. Like I said, I'm never going to get under that barbell because I don't prefer it. There's reasons to it that I could sit here and explain every single reason, but it's not necessarily like, but bro, I always do this, bro.
But
Lost my thought halfway through.
I think your point was just training in general is generally good,
Yes.
regardless of your training.
So
method.
go to the gym, pick up the things you can online. If you are curious about, maybe like you know how to hit your chest, you're gonna go sit in that chest press machine, then do some flies. Maybe you understand how to work the back, but you don't know like how to train your triceps effectively. Just look into it, try your best, and also try it yourself.
Seek, and you will find.
Nah.
And just enjoy it. The training is the fun part, and it should be taken seriously, but I think the thing that will transform most of these people is not going to be the training, it's going to be that diet. And I think that would be the more helpful thing. I think 90% of people that do work out and even struggle to see like their gains and then they quit is because they don't apply the diet portion, which is, I don't want to put it into some percentage, but I would say it's definitely, diet is king. Diet is just king. It's just more important than the training. And obviously you're not going to build the size.
What you're putting into your body every day. You know what I mean?
And it's like, he said healthy. He didn't even say like how to get big, but they go hand in hand depending on how you proceed with them. It's like I said, back to the diets, like you may do a carnivore diet because you like these sorts of, you like what you get from this, or a keto diet, which I would not recommend a keto diet, but any sort of diet, whatever it may be, you're going to get those things you're looking for from it. And rather than get super, like I said earlier, analysis paralysis about the training and making sure you're doing things to the maximum perfection, I would just say go with a diet. It's really easy to make like steps in the right direction and realize that you're not going to one day eat hot Cheetos and crap and then the next day come out with 5 meals of that are evenly balanced of protein, carbs, veggies, fruit, like just like you're not going to transform overnight. It's just not going to happen. You just need to like take the steps and genuinely learn, because understanding will take you so far. That was that's the thing that kept me from working out, is I just didn't understand how it works.
Same.
If I went to the gym, I just seen a bunch of machines. Now I go to the gym, I see 50 machines, and in my brain, 6 of them that hit the chest are highlighted because it's chest day. I know which ones are which, what they do, the pluses and minuses to them all.
Knowledge is power.
Simply that.
I wouldn't say knowledge is power. I'd say that knowledge is I just think it's tricky because you can learn the wrong thing. That's what I think is so interesting.
And you could learn the right thing and not apply it.
That's why I like, Jack, I'm not gonna lie, like we were talking about cliches and how they rule the world. Knowledge is power is probably one of the ultimate cliches, and it's one of them that I have been I've been thinking about it, because think about it. Jonah, he didn't understand. He sought out that understanding, but he gained discernment. Like he was able to understand, okay, this information is nonsense.
Yes.
And then he's like, all right, this is quality. Like, and I think that's so interesting because, like, I just feel like the Bible is literally the blueprint to understanding life. And I'm not here to, like, tell you what to do or what to think or where to go, but the Bible just has so much knowledge. Like, even when Adam and Eve, like, they ate from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Like, is it like, and I'm fascinated by this because it's like, it's almost, are you learning what not to do? Are you learning what to do? And how do they benefit each other? And why? Like,
because they're different.
They're so different.
Learning why you shouldn't do what you shouldn't and learning why you should what you should. They're two very different things.
Exactly.
And you get pluses from both
That's
of
what
them. You
JJ
should
said.
win out of both of them, not
That's what JJ said. He said to know why is to have power.
I love that. Shout out JJ Harvey. Amazing.
And that goes with what you said,
Amazing
because if you
person.
don't know why, then you can't be sure that it's good knowledge or good intel.
Yeah, do you have any idea of the kind of things that you're seeking? Like, are you seeking the wrong things for the wrong reasons? And if it's rooted in that, then it's going to be, your perception is going to be skewed. And it's like, how can I just be able to grow?
Word. I think growth is the
Theme.
the theme of this episode. How
Yeah.
you can better yourself, grow yourself, and listen.
And I can even take that into like a working out perspective of, if you're just looking to get your pump, you might do some extra sets, you might do this, that, the third, but if you're looking to grow, you're not going to do the excessive volume that's just going to make you more fatigued. You're going to worry about those few working sets that really matter, and you're going to get what you can out of them and then be done, instead of just adding some self-serving sets to fully pump up your chest.
And listen, like, I'd love to have you on again just to like dive into like every single detail of like what it is to lift, like, because we talked about like the general, like the discipline stuff, but like actually like the fine details
Yes.
of lifting, that would be
And obviously I
You know what I mean?
can't give them all the sauce for free, because otherwise then I'll have no value to provide when
you'll
I'm
have to pay a subscription.
Yep,
You see
yep.
what I'm saying? Maybe we go on Jonah's podcast for that.
We will, 100%. We're going to go on your podcast and...
Definitely. You should honestly like start doing TikTok, start recording yourself, like put yourself out there.
And we'd love to
you know?
support you, bro. Like, anything that me and Jack can do to like help you with your goal or help you become better. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, a lot of what you said today was really impactful, and it honestly inspired me, because at the end of the day, like, what we look for is literally right underneath our nose. I feel like we see success in everyone, and I see passion and fire in everyone. And I just appreciate you like coming on here and just expressing that and doing it in a way that honor not only you, but like honors everyone that's even looking for a first step, because I think you really gave a lot of insight, and that's amazing.
I definitely could see myself jumping into that space of having a podcast. I've seen obviously I've seen your guys' podcast, and that inspires me, and I love to see it, because it's very like, you can take two things out of these videos as a viewer. As you can take it as like, these kids, like, we're not insanely cemented. We don't have $1 billion to show you this is what you do to get this. But everything we're saying, you can't not agree with. I don't see how you couldn't, because and that would be the better way to take it, to see, wow, these kids really just sat down for an hour, had a impactful conversation, and shared it with others, just simply to show the fact of thinking about change and caring to change and wanting to become something. Like, it's very important. I do. And
Amen.
I really appreciate
And I'm so
that.
happy I could give that platform to you.
Of course. And like I said, I could see myself doing, I would love to, I've seen other podcasts as well that I was going to get into. Like, I won't give any shout outs for free, but there's a couple cool ones that I like. There's a couple cool ones that I like that relate to lifting, you know what I mean? And relate to what's going on in the bodybuilding world with professionals, or maybe it's about supplement talk, like, or even, hey, I don't do this stuff, but steroids and what they all do and stuff like that. Peptides.
Don't do drugs.
And I'm really so
Natty Kings right here.
Facts. I'm so happy that you found your niche and you found what your passion is and what keeps you going every day, and it's really amazing to see. And you have a lot of knowledge, and you will give it to people.
Yes.
And
you will, for sure. I see that for sure. Like, I literally, bro, I feel it.
I do. I give it to people for free. I have definitely several people that I could consider a client. One right here.
Bro, boom.
Obviously, there would be
so much
more to it, of course, but as of right now, obviously, I'm not charging any money. There's no monetary value, so it's pretty limited, but I can give, like, just information, and I enjoy it. It's very enjoyable. It's the next best thing to doing it myself, if not better, honestly.
Giving it to others, yeah. thank you for coming on, man. It's been
course.
a joy.
Bro, this
Love
has
to
been a
have you
pleasure
on
and an
again.
honor.
We will. We definitely will.
And that's gonna wrap it up. Appreciate it.
All right.
Safety.
We out.
Love you, boys.
Biggest podcast in the world one day. Mark
We gonna
my
see
words.
y'all soon.
Home team hoops.